for reaction to the death of Kim Jong Il. Let's get you live to South Korea. My next guest serves on the Seoul Financial Forum and American Chamber of Commerce in Korea. He's also an advisor to the South Korean government. Market Force founder James Rooney joins us live from Seoul. James, what does the death of Kim Jong Il mean?
Well, you know, 2 years ago, when Kim Jong Il had his first stroke, we all expected his death imminently. And we're treating it almost as though it's a surprise today, because in the meantime, we'd somehow assumed that nature was not going to take its course. In terms of North Korea, I think, you know, there is a deep and broad military, political organization in place that is stronger than any one individual. And that organization, I think we can assume, will continue to lead and guide and direct the country. The fact that it's taken 2 days for us to learn about the death of our dear leader suggests that they took that time to make sure that they had proper control, that everything was under control, and that all the necessary things were in place to make a smooth transition. It's obviously uncertain who the new leader will be, even though Kim Jong-un has been nominated. That's the third son of Kim Jong-il. And that process will likely take several years to play out, as it did for Kim Jong-il himself when his father passed away. In the meantime, North Korea naturally is in a weak spot in time because this is an opportunity potentially that other players internal within North Korea may think they could take advantage of, and maybe even some misguided players external to North Korea think they could take advantage of. Hopefully neither of those outcomes would happen, because I think they would both be negative for the Korean Peninsula. And, you know, to be frank, North Korea has existed in its current form for more or less 60 years. My own personal view is that I see nothing that's going to change that for the next 60 years.
You say that, however,
otherwise is sort of dreaming and unrealistic.
But you've also just said that it's uncertain that his third son will indeed take over leadership. Why is that so uncertain? Do you expect the old guard to try and take advantage of some kind of vacuum of power?
Well, I'm not sure that it would be the old guard that would necessarily take advantage of Kim Jong-il's passing away, which doesn't necessarily create a vacuum of power, but it would be perhaps a next generation, a younger generation than the current military leadership that's been in control for such a long time, who might be chafing at the bit, who might feel they could do it better, who might be looking for a weakness in time, a weak moment in time to take advantage. So naturally, the passing of this respected and revered leader is a danger, is a risk factor. But I think the strength of this military bureaucracy suggests that it's not about, we should not be about to expect North Korea to fall apart.
But is there any reason to be hopeful that perhaps the new generation, perhaps the dictator's son, will be less hostile to the rest of the world?
There may be those who have that viewpoint. I'm not amongst them. I can imagine the alternatives, which are that instead of pleasant things happening, we may see some unpleasant things happening, much as we did with the shelling of the South Korean island, the torpedoing of the battleship Chonan, other ways that North Korea may feel a need to demonstrate that there is leadership with determination who remains hostile to other parties. The idea that suddenly sunshine will break out and peace will emerge from the ground, I think is very difficult for me to imagine, given the reasons that North Korea exists in the first place.
Market Force founder James Rooney there, thanks so much for your time and your insight.